Hi, let's see who's here. It's always fun to catch up. I've had 2 days off really. I've been struggling with some back pain and I'm practicing what I'm preaching. I'm slowing down, I'm listening to my body. I'm asking myself what emotion is trapped in the lower base of my spine. Because if I don't do this, there's no point speaking about it every day. I speak to you every day about emotions. It's your emotional body that actually allows for pain, and we're so used to popping pain pills. Do you do that? I used to. I'd pop pain pills, go to work and tell myself the show goes on, and I'm disrespecting the sacredness of the beautiful vessel that my soul chose to live in. Now I'm doing the opposite. I cancelled my sound healing client today. She was really understanding and we'll reschedule, and I'm just sitting still and using it as a study day actually, to just go inward and ask myself, what is this pain? You just took a pain pill, did you? Well, you know, we're human, we're having a human experience, but lean into the pain. And I've got sciatica. It's been really, really difficult. It's at my lower back on my left side, which is feminine side. Left side of your body is feminine. Right side of your body is masculine. Remember I was struggling with the shoulder? Well, it all links in actually. So when I looked it up, because there's so many books now by incredible people that have the knowledge of these things, pain in the lower back actually is the feeling of abandonment or feeling overloaded with responsibilities, betrayal, breakups, and it often taps into past traumas and anxiety and stress. And I don't feel stressed, I'll be honest. There's stuff going on, as there is for all of us, but I've got to listen to my body speak this time. And so my studies led me back to the narcissist. I'm very familiar with the dance of the empath and the narcissist. I would probably be in that empath pattern of trauma state. I grew up in a home with a father that was a narcissist. I then jumped into a relationship with a narcissist. Many of my friends, business partners have been narcissists. There's something in me that it has a magnet or pull to the narcissist. So I thought I'd speak into this because it's really common. And, I have been processing some feelings of being deceived again, where I think somebody's amazing and then I just get let down again, and it's not that person's fault. That person is part of my soul agreement to process these hidden emotions in places like my shoulder and my lower back, which both lean into feeling supported. Do you feel supported? And are you attracting narcissists? Or even all of us, we have a bit of narcissist in us too, if we're honest. Can a narcissist change? Absolutely. But I wanted to speak about the difference. I won't go too far into empaths today, but I wanted to speak about the difference between a narcissist and an empath and why they kind of are attracted to each other, a bit like battery, positive, negative. Even in the word narc, I can see arc means light. Arc means light, right? N for negative, negative arc. And then assist, the negative arc helps the positive arc. And so an empath is somebody that can feel everything. Even to a psychic ability, I can feel the vibes that you're giving me through the phone. I can feel a stalker. And this is where I get really disappointed when I get duped by somebody. But it's these ancient traumas that I have. Did you know that you have an original cell? That's what Spirit has told me, that from eons ago, when creation happened, all of us have this original, it was told to me that it was a primordial cell. This is you when time began, time that was ruled by Saturn. And so this cell must have a frequency of every trauma, of every timeline that your spirit's flown through. Imagine that. And now you've landed in this timeline, at least this is where your consciousness is sitting for now. Ponder that. And we might be attracting people into our life as a lesson, and disappointment is all part of the lesson, right? Like, so never blame the circumstances, never blame the other person. I like to see it from a higher perspective and say, what in me is still attracting this bullshit? Seriously, this negativity. So I wanted to share with you a couple of things that I've learned about the narcissist. Narcissists attract people, usually empaths, that are positive, that see the best in people, that are always perky forgiving, that believe that anybody can change. It's almost like stars in your eyes. You know, everybody has a good side. And they're sensitive characters, which is part of being the empath, right? They are feeling the feelings, actually, that the narcissist cannot feel. And they give people second chances, third chances, fourth chances, fifth chances, sixth chances against their better judgment. If I always look backwards into the relationships that I've released, what I've learned is that I could definitely see the red flags. I just chose not to see them. And I'm going to go through a couple of the red flags with you today, but this is an eternal topic. In fact, I follow a few channels that all they talk about is the narcissist, because I am doing my best to unlearn this, but I don't resent the narcissist. The narcissist is a part of my soul agreement that I keep attracting, because I need to learn to set firm, loving boundaries. And maybe that's part of your soul walk as well. So narc in Greek means numb. Hence the inability to feel. Hence the desire to control somebody that feels a lot like an empath. You know, I'm somebody that would cry in any type of movie. I can feel your emotions when you step into a counseling session. I can find exactly where it pinpoints at the root issue. These are spiritual gifts that also birthed out of trauma. Sometimes we see the narcissist as the enemy and the empath as, you know, the golden child. But I can tell you this from my own experience, that empathy is born out of a busy, frustrated household as well. An empath had to learn how to read energy in order to stay alive, actually. And so a lot of psychics or empaths have come, and a lot of healers, actually a lot of holistic healers have come from some really bullshit backgrounds. But the narcissist, it's said, often grows up with a parent that elevates them. They can do no wrong. It's like they're worshipped within the family. Maybe every family has one as part of the archetype on the journey of us learning all these aspects that the soul craves to learn in three-dimensional darkness. The narcissist is often termed as a personality disorder for people that have an unreasonably high sense of their own importance. Turn on the TV, watch any reality show, you will see a posse of narcissists. They're often successful, they seek attention, they love the accolades, they like to be seen to be doing good things, but they need an army behind them to be doing those things for them, but they often take the praise of what the behind the scenes people are doing for them. So what creates this crazy script? And it is a script, it's a circus. The narcissists want people to admire them. They often lack their own ability to understand and care about the feelings of others, and yet they're experts at mirroring feelings. Now, I have noticed something, that a narc can rarely keep this up for longer than 2 years. And this is why you'll see marriages crumble or relationships disappear or businesses dissolve after the 2-year period, because it takes a lot of damn effort to fake the feelings. In fact, they're mirroring them from the empath. And usually within that 2-year gap, the empath is starting to catch on and see the red flags. Behavioral red flags are things like this: boasting, monologues, condescending remarks, turning all of the struggle and the feelings onto the person that's actually doing the feeling. They're oblivious to it. They use key words to manipulate. They love control, but it's often packaged in lots of gift giving or love bombing or the cycle of putting you down and then elevating you up again. And there's something in the empath that really craves this. You know, if I process my own level of abandonment, in a recent healing session, one of my friends reading my Akashic records said, go back to your childhood for this back pain and see what you're shifting. I recognize that the betrayal of growing up with a narcissist in my home was that this young child in me wanted the conditional love, or the unconditional love rather, and wanted to be important. And yet, because I could see the behavioral red flags, even at an early age, I was ostracized, I was pushed out. For a narcissist hates somebody that says no. They'll often gun for a much easier target. They do not like the questioning mind. They do not like somebody that is a free thinker, actually. And so they will scapegoat them. You cannot win an argument with a narcissist. It's really sad, isn't it? They use key words to manipulate. And it'll be things like, babe, I love you, you're amazing. And it's our little child's ego that needs to hear these things because we didn't receive them in unconditional loving relationships within the family unit, or even before, maybe when we're talking about the primordial cell, that we crave. And so we're attracted to this. And yet it's disastrous, isn't it? Oh, wow. I mean, the struggle to feel the feelings for the narcissist must feel impossible. And I'm not saying, I hate division actually. I hate putting people into labels, but labels sometimes help us understand behavioral patterns. And narcissists have every right to heal as well, for they too grew up in dysfunctional family units. But a narcissist will manipulate other people's emotions. They strive for entitlement, elitism, gaslighting. They use an apology cycle without changing. They promise the changes, but you'll never see the action. They talk the talk, they do not walk the walk. They apologize often. It's misunderstood that a narcissist never apologizes, but I found that not to be true. How about you? They like to buy love, flashily sometimes, but the gifts never come with freedom. The gifts come with a tethering or an attachment of jealousy and low self-esteem. The narcissist struggles with low self-esteem, and so they're immediately attracted to somebody that has positivity, the ability to express emotionally, somebody that's clever, somebody that's artistic, somebody that's articulate, somebody that they would like to be, because they often claim the accolades from the person that they've posseed with. Here are some phrases to disarm the narcissist, just as a testing ground to see whether or not you are trapped in it, because it can be like a really big love bomb spell until your eyes are opened. For the empath just wants to see the best in them. A simple phrase like no. No reason, just a no. And allowing yourself the permission to say that boldly without over-explaining is getting to the state of feeling empowered. The narcissist will detest that. I need you to listen is another thing that the narcissist will not respond to. You'll hear a lot of apologizing, as Kim's saying, and the cycle of the conversation, if you witness it, it will go around and around and around in circles without any outcome, without any change. It's exhausting. You could say something to the narcissist such as, please stop interrupting me. Allow me to express my voice. Or I'm not comfortable with how you are speaking to me. Because after the love bombing comes the putting down, the shame, the blame, because the narcissist is running in the shame vibration, actually, which runs at 20 hertz. And a healthy human should be vibrating at 200 hertz. Can you see the difference? It's the closest vibration to death, actually. I need you to stop is another thing that you could try to express before you set firm, loving boundaries. I need you to stop, or I'm going to walk away. Expansion on expressing security for distancing yourself from that type of manipulative energy. I can't control how you feel is another way to bounce back the energies, because you know full well that they're not feeling as they should be. We both have the right to our own opinion, for a narcissist is always listening with the intent to answer. They are rarely listening to your expression anyway, and so sometimes to keep the conversation going is craziness, a waste of your breath, because they already have what they're going to say back. They are practiced at it. I don't like how you're speaking to me, and so I will not engage, is the final outcome to exit out of the narcissistic relationship. Because the narcissist teaches us to love ourselves. But how can you love another if you don't love self? And so the expert comes in to show us this, and a narcissist never loves themselves. They want you to love them, to fill the cup that only they can fill, and it's never enough. How to say goodbye to a narcissist? Just a simple, it's over. Keep the message simple and direct. Trying to over-explain yourself to a narcissist is another trauma aspect that you are holding. A no is enough. This is unacceptable. I am loving myself enough now to set firm boundaries and break this pattern, break this cycle. I demand to be treated better. Narcissists will give you a reason, but you cannot reason with a narcissist. They are a negative arc. Come to take your spark. Focus first on safety and try the silent treatment. Never feel guilty for setting your own firm, loving boundaries. Or you'll be like me, storing your pain in your beautiful temple body, in your shoulders and your lower back, that are telling you you are overloaded with responsibility. You are feeling abandoned. You have been betrayed. You are suffering breakups and past traumas. But here's the thing. As an adult, if we choose not to abandon self, we'll break this covenant that we have with the negative arc, and we'll fly higher then. Trying to express this to other people too is definitely not necessary. You know the narcissist is going to tell their side of the story, and it will never be what you have witnessed. Trying to rationalize with crazy is not your job. Stand firmly in your self-protective, loving boundaries, and just know that love says no. Tough love says no. Don't feel shame or guilty for that. You deserve the best, my friends, for energy attracts energy. Who would like to hear a list about why we attract jealous friends? Because the narcissist is often jealous. Are you up for that? I will read it to you if you have time. If not, we'll hang up and we'll do that one another day. Let me know. Anyone interested in hearing why you attract jealousy? For jealousy comes with every wicked spirit. Why do I attract jealous friends? Are jealous friends even friends, actually? You have the traits that a jealous person wants. So the first obvious reason is this. Your friends are jealous of you because you have the traits that they need and desire for self. Maybe you're skilled at something that everybody finds very impressive. Maybe you've done the inner work. The narcissist hasn't. Maybe you appear peaceful in an otherwise chaotic world. Maybe you are more intelligent, etc., etc. This might make your friends feel like they can't measure up to you, and jealousy is a natural consequence of that. In fact, it's human nature to gravitate towards what somebody wants. However, this doesn't change the fact that your traits are a part of you and should be celebrated. Just because others are jealous of you doesn't mean that you should downplay them. Do not hide your light. Jealous friends, they want to see you do well, but they never better than they are doing. Remember that. Jealousy is attracted to people that are too kind, which hooks right back into the narcissist. You can go back and replay this if you're just logging in now. If you are kind to other people, you might actually be giving them what they crave. It could be attention, comfort, warmth, support. It could be that they're not used to kindness, that it repels them actually. A bit like a moth to a flame, they come in and then they get burnt. However, people like these are really often insecure. And one thing about insecure people is that they get jealous very quickly. Jealousy runs with every wicked spirit. You are more successful. That's an obvious one. You're going to attract jealousy. Stand in your own confidence, skill set, and light. When jealous friends realize what they have doesn't define them, they won't get jealous of what you have. People that seek things externally are trying to fill an empty cup, and you can't fill your cup with stuff. This is all part of doing the deep inner work. Here's one to ponder that I've been pondering. You allow people to be insecure around you. Does that hit home? And you may come across being boastful, so maybe dumb it down. Remember that we're all attracting what is within us. Everybody that we attract is a lesson to us. Jealous friends are friends that are relatives actually. You make for yourself, so choose wisely. People are jealous because you like nice things. But everybody is attracted to nice things. Nobody wants to live in squalor with nothing. So it's irrational, actually. So stand in your truth that you are worthy of all good things. Better to have fewer friends and quality than a bunch of fakes with jealousy. You hang around people that do well. Proximity is everything. This will attract jealousy. Or you're starting a new business, or you're using courage, or you're acting in bravery. This attracts jealousy. It's a weird little world. Jealous friends, if they can't apologize and admit that they're wrong, know that they will do it again. People are jealous because you are good looking, but remember, looks are all about energy. Nothing to do with the physical matter, actually. But the jealous person hasn't considered that. It's the law of attraction. Jealousy is attracted to those with high self-esteem. In fact, high self-esteem can make your friends feel bad about themselves. So how do we balance that? Raise your hand if you feel jealous when your best friend hangs out with new friends. Is jealousy within you as well? Is jealousy part of the human experience? Jealousy hates that you are the popular one, and yet by default they want to hang out with you so that they get some of that popularity without any effort. Have a look at the celebrities and all their hangers-on. But when the shit hits the fan, all those hangers-on drift away. So they're fake friends, actually. Why do we get so caught up in this? Jealousy hates that you have a positive mindset. And yet The human experience demands that you develop a positive mindset in order to manifest. You can't have it all without doing the inner work. Jealousy hates that you are independent and don't need them. Just say no. Stand in your own sovereignty. Jealous friends spend way too much time thinking about you and not enough time focusing on their own achievements. Jealousy loves to put hooks into you, ownership. Jealousy hates and detests that you are a good listener because they're listening to answer. They haven't developed the skill set yet. Jealousy has not learned to have mature friendships. They're caught in their trauma child. Jealousy pretends to clap hands for you when you're successful or achieve something or make some extra money, but it's not genuine. Isn't that sad? Don't be a narcissist magnet. We are part of the problem. It's all trauma responses. Do not abandon yourself, and you're less likely to miss those red flags. Red flags are obvious in hindsight, but what in you attracted them? We're all playing this beautiful game. Of teaching each other integral soul lessons. Yeah, more and more children are presenting as narcissists. Families have archetypes. Archetypes play the game. We have to be held accountable for our mistakes, all of us. Otherwise, we all have a little narcissist streak, a negative arc that assists the empath to learn self-loving boundaries. What would we do one without the other? And so is it bad if I have in this difficult process learned to put a firm loving boundary? Those people were my lessons, and so I bless them. Ponder this. If you're interested in learning more on this type of thing, please jump into my membership. Miracles do happen. I see them every day, every week. Match the resonance and you will see the miracles with just a breadcrumb of faith. It's just $33 a month. I'm going to be adding so many resources there, meditations. We're meeting Wednesday mornings for now, for this month anyway, and the price will go up after the month, and you will have exclusive access as foundational members for those that jump in for this month. And I'm excited to see you grow. I have made this affordable. It's less than a cup of coffee a week, and because I truly believe that a lot of coaches are narcissists. Egos love accolades. Egos love to tell you that, look at me, I'm so expensive, I am the label. You know, they get their groupies just like the Hollywood stars do. It's weird to me. But healing should be accessible for all of us. And so if you feel ready to quantum leap, I would love to treat you like a $1 million client in a container that's safe, with community that's all interested in helping self, because that's how you heal. You look at the resources and you look into the mirror and you work things out for self. I'm excited that we're all growing and shifting our conscious levels intentionally, and realizing that all of this is actually a game. The narcissist has taught me well, but I don't want to be duped again. Do you? Take care, have a really great evening, and if you're interested, drop a comment below, membership, and I'll send you the link. Lots of love, Michelle.